What is early childhood education? What is preschool? I think we all know, but kind of define what it is, if you would.
All right, so preschool, we're going to be offering preschool for 4-year-olds. So you turn 4 on or before September 1st, and you'll qualify for our preschool. We want kids that we want to get ready for kindergarten. So if they're planning to go to kindergarten the next year, preschool is a place for them.
So preschool before kindergarten.
Before kindergarten.
So 4 years old by September 1st, you qualify.
Yes.
Dr. Jen, what would you say to the critics out there who say 4-year-olds, their brain isn't developed enough where they're able to learn anything?
So this is where they start to learn how to go to school. Kindergarten is full day, so it's a long day for little people. Preschool gets them ready for that. Our preschool will be half days, so we'll have an 8:30 to 11:30 session or a 12:20 to 3:20 session. And it gets them like learning how do I go to school? How do I play with friends? How do I listen to another adult who's giving me instructions to do something? How do I go through the lunch line? Just some of that independence that they need before they start kindergarten.
So it's more about maybe acclimating to the environment rather than actual academic learning, it sounds like.
It's a lot of that, but there's still a lot of academics happening.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, talk about that if you would.
Well, I'm going to let Shannon touch on that one.
Okay, so they're going to learn reading, writing, math, science, social studies in preschool. It's they're learning, though, through play. So we're big on learning through play in preschool for 4-year-olds. They're learning with their friends. They're learning in small groups. They're learning by careers. So they might have a play area where they're in a spaceship and they're learning what it would be like to be work for NASA. And then they're connecting, well, if you're going to work for NASA, you'd have to learn math. Let's learn about math. They're learning shapes and colors and all the things just to get them ready for kindergarten.
So learning through play, that tells me it's a fun atmosphere.
Absolutely.
And if a 4-year-old is going to have the patience and the attention to learn, they're probably going to need to be in a fun environment, right? A playful type atmosphere. Why, and I think I know the answer to this, but I'll ask it anyway, why would preschool be only half days as opposed to a full day?
Like I said before, we've got to get them primed and ready. They're still 4-year-olds, so they're tired. Mm-hmm. So we like to just do that half day to get them ready to go to kindergarten. Their attention span is, they're 4 years old, so maybe 4 minutes. So we've got to pack a lot into a half day, but then we want them leaving tired out. We want them to be spent and they've done it all. So
I bet the teacher's tired at the end of the day, too, or a half day, right? Okay. Let's see here. It mentions that students will have the opportunity to experience physical education, art, library, and music. So they're learning a lot of different things,
a lot.
right?
Yep. Right. Yeah, so they'll have the opportunity to attend some different classes and just experiment with what does PE look like in the kindergarten classroom. It won't be as intense and offered every day like it is in kindergarten, but walking into that big giant gym when you're 5 can be very overwhelming. So we're going to let them experience that at 4. And also music is part of their everyday, part of that play, using instruments, singing, and art also part of everything that they're doing.
Mm-hmm. What is social emotional learning? Either one of you or both of you?
It's a lot. Social emotional learning is how do I regulate my emotions? What do I do when I'm angry? What do I do when my friend takes my toy or doesn't want to share with me? What do I do when I don't want to share? Just dealing with our internal emotions and teaching kids how to use their words and get along with others, get along with their peers and their teacher.
Just be regulated. And how to handle themselves in situations. So we want them to encounter all those kinds of situations in preschool. If a little person can't handle their emotions, it's hard to learn because your emotions will get in the way. So we want to make sure that we're teaching students how to do those things. When an adult says, no, you can't do that, you have to say, okay, and follow the instruction rather than maybe having a tantrum on the floor, because that'll get in the way of our learning. So just teaching them those regulations and how to deal with those kind of situations.
How to behave.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what my mom or dad would say. You're going to go to preschool and you're going to learn how to behave. Yeah. So it mentions here on my talking points transportation. So do the regular Watertown School District bus routes, do they pick up these preschool kids, or how do they get to and from school?
They do. So right now we do have a preschool program. With this proposal, we are expanding that preschool so that more kids can come to preschool. Right now we have transportation at the beginning of the day and the end of the day, just like regular children in the elementary classroom. Mm-hmm. But this year, we're going to offer transportation in the middle of the day if parents need it. So that is new, and we're excited about that.
Where do these preschool kids go? Where do they attend classes during the day?
All of the preschools will be at McKinley next year.
And that's part of this Arrow Early Childhood Education Plan. I maybe didn't get the words exactly right, but we'll talk about that too in just a second. Have there been any studies done that tell us how preschool can advance a child academically, get them off to a good start that will impact their life in a positive way as they grow up?
There is tons of research that supports preschool, not only for students just entering the kindergarten classroom, preparing for, like we talked about, the social emotional learning, math, reading, the academic part, but also just long-term effects for kids that attend preschool. You can find research that supports preschool helps kids not drop out of school later, to complete and graduate on time.
Long-term effects. So if a student is attending preschool, there are long-term effects on their academic success is what we're looking for. And that's why the Watertown School District wants to expand our offering of preschool, because our goal is to have all Watertown students attend a preschool before kindergarten. Because studies have shown, there's research out there that says there is success when students start their education in preschool.
Okay, Jen, so you said you want to expand preschool. What preschool offerings are there in the school district right now?
Currently, we have a Title Preschool. We have Title Preschool.
And what does that mean?
That means that families who need some financial assistance can apply for Title Preschool, and they have to qualify. There are several preschools in Watertown as well. We have Head Start, and then there's lots of private preschools. We don't want to compete with those preschools. We just want to expand the options so that more people have opportunities to get in on the preschool opportunity. So
if parents out there have a child that's going to be 4 years old by September 1st, would they have the option of sending them to McKinley versus sending them to a quote-unquote private preschool then? So this isn't mandatory. You want kids to go to preschool, but it would be up to the parent to determine where they go? Is that accurate or not?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So we are a non-compete with Head Start. So if students qualify for Head Start, we like them to go to, we don't compete with Head Start, so we want them to go to Head Start. However, if they have special needs, that would be an opportunity for them to come to the early childhood preschool in Watertown School District. There will also be a title option, just like there is now. So as families with financial need or need financial assistance, they can apply and could qualify for Title Preschool. And then we are also offering now a tuition-based preschool option. So it's similar to what the private preschools around town are. They are tuition-based. We're offering that as an option as well. So there's several ways to get into the Watertown preschool, but we just want kids in preschool.
I need you to tell me more about tuition-based preschool.
Sure.
Because obviously kids in the public school system, once they get beyond preschool into kindergarten on up, they're not paying tuition.
Correct.
But there is a tuition component to preschool. Is that what I'm hearing?
There will be for some of our students if they do not qualify for special education or financial assistance. And if they want to come to the Watertown preschool, then there is the tuition-based option.
And the tuition fee would be income-based then? Is that correct? Or depending on, would the tuition levels differ from student to student?
Right now it's a flat fee.
It is?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.